Family in Malaysia discovers 60-kilogram python hiding in bathroom ceiling. On 12th November, a girl in Malaysia came home and noticed part of her bathroom ceiling had collapsed. She thought the patterned object hanging down was a piece of batik cloth, but a zoomed-in photo revealed it was a python. Emergency responders later removed the 60-kilogram snake, and family was stunned by its size when it fell from the ceiling. Imagine seeing that in your bathroom. I'll hold it in, thanks. Spare a thought for the firefighters called to that job. Hello, what's your emergency? 60-kilogram python. There's not a fire we could put out instead by any chance, is there? The lion doesn't concern herself with the strange contents at the bottom of melted Sonic Slushie. Just put some ketchup on it, it'll taste fine. It's almost like drinking blue gunk from convenience stores is not good for us.
Seen all the grainy footage of nuclear test blasts. There's always been a conspiracy theory that those were all basically fabricated at this facility, that those bombs were never detonated.
How did they fake it?
Okay, so here's the question. So what happened to the camera?
You son of
How is that happening yet the camera is like totally stable and fine?
Oh my.
And by the way, and the film is fine. The radiation didn't cause any damage to the film. Let's see the car. There's the car.
Just showed up.
Oh,
okay,
just showed up.
So wait a minute. First of all,
it wasn't there.
First of all,
No
where it comes
car.
From.
No car.
The second is, does it really look like
car?
A real, does that look like a real car?
That's insane.
They probably use the same camera crew as a moon landing. Just joking, or am I? Yeah, I'm joking, or am I? Yeah, just your normal interior decor right there. Well, that's suitably horrible. There really is evil in the world, and that stuff is not something I would ever want to see close up. A chilling look inside China's AI-powered surveillance system that monitors every resident in Shanghai in real time.
Sheng Dan co-developed the system. It took less than a year to get the first version up and running. Now she can monitor every resident from this office.
We've mapped the residential buildings in the district. Which ones are occupied? Where there are vacancies? Where elderly people are living alone? Where care or help is needed? It's all stored in our system and can be called up in real time.
Even those who do not dispose of their trash properly are recorded. Residents who aren't following the rules are captured on camera from 3 different angles.
This is genuinely terrifying to me. It's not about making sure people throw their rubbish away, is it? That nice harmless stuff that Skynet markets itself as. It's the issue of constant surveillance and no privacy, and how far that power could be potentially abused by governments.
The so-called brain acts swiftly. Whether it's an illegally parked car or unsolicited advertising, offences can be handled by patrol officers who are connected to the control center via a mobile app. The brain in Shanghai's Pudong district is just one component to the overarching surveillance plan the Chinese government is pushing across the country. The goal is to have complete coverage in all major public places.
When this is normalized, it would seem that logically biometric implants would be the next way to make sure we put rubbish in the bin.
So this is a video of my daughter's friend, and she's leaving. It was about midnight, and she's going. We checked the Ring camera because we were like, what the heck? It's midnight. And then we seen this, which is coming from the right side of the screen. And we were like, what the is that? So then you can see her. She's getting in her car. She did not see anything. What the was that?
That is a plastic bag.
Forgetting to show off my alien. You ready? I don't know what this is, but it's very cool looking to me, and I want to keep it. What? What?
That's just the ingredients for the Sonic Slushie. Her lungs left the chat. That looks like slime mold or algae, and it's not healthy to keep around, hence the name slime mold. Option 1, clean it, or option 2, make videos about it for TikTok.
You guys, Apple has just released a digital ID for identification and US passports. Here we go. Now, reports say they will be merging their biometric security with encrypted ID storage and plans to replace your physical IDs across airports, apps, and businesses.
Whatever just happened to iPods?
Why don't I like this? They also said this is going to be used at over 250 TSA checkpoints across domestic airports for identity verification. Now, remember I told you guys about one of the richest men on earth, Larry Ellison, who owns TikTok and Oracle, and who's a big fan of digital IDs? Well, it seems like one big master plan between all the big tech companies.
There really seems to be an acceleration in the world right now of these surveillance methods.
You have Microsoft dealing with OpenAI dealing with NVIDIA dealing with Oracle, xAI dealing with NVIDIA, and not to mention OpenAI just did a $38 billion deal with Amazon for cloud storage. So the question is, what are they really planning? Well, I may have some answers. Could it be that they're following in the footsteps of China's Skynet, which is tied to digital IDs, a social credit score, and an AI surveillance system that they actually want to put on the moon? Skynet, huh? Why does this sound familiar? That's because it's the same name as the artificial intelligence in Terminator, Skynet. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. It's always in the movies.
When you see I no longer make YouTube videos, just know that I'm happy in my off-grid cabin.
I'm not joking.
Huge update on the pyramids, you guys. You remember earlier this year in March when the team of researchers who had been doing scans under the pyramids released these images and it took the internet by storm, and a lot of people were like, this is fake, they're not going to find anything. So for those of you that didn't hear anything about it, they claimed that their data was showing that there were these huge spiral columns underneath the Khafre pyramid, 8 to be exact, and then they led into these giant chambers. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they started these scans back in 2018. Now, when they released this data, there were a lot of skeptics. And to silence the skeptics that were saying their images were AI hallucinations, Filippo Bionde, who is part of this research team, did a blind test on a physics laboratory underground, and he proved that their technology works with 100% accuracy. So just a few days ago, he was doing an interview on this podcast and revealed that independent satellite operators, these companies, you can look them all up, I already did, they are legit, they returned identical raw tomography data showing the same structures. Now, so far, these structures have measured a depth of 1 kilometer below ground. And the giant chambers that these lead down to are 260 feet wide by 260 feet high. So now they've already submitted a formal proposal to the Egyptian authorities, and they wouldn't even have to drill. There are existing shafts between the Sphinx and the Khafre pyramid. And in their scans, they appear to be service entrances leading down to this kilometer-deep structure, that basically all they need to do is go in there and clear the debris out. If they get permission, physical exploration would start in 2026, but we'll see.
They're never getting permission. We're never going to find out the mysteries of the pyramids, it seems. The way the pyramids perfectly aligned to star systems is crazy to me. There is one theory that the pyramids are power plants and provide energy, which I think these findings are alluding to. The Nikola Tesla idea that we can gain free energy from the earth. What do you make about that story? Is there something being hidden from us about the pyramids, or are they exactly what we're being told they are?
Did you know in cities all over America, when you connect the Outback Steakhouse locations on a map, this is the design that they make? And it's not just 1 or 2 cities in America that have multiple Outback Steakhouse locations that make the design of a literal pentagram. It's tons of them. So ask yourself the question, is this really a normal steakhouse, or are they a cult who got their success based off of worshiping Satan?
There really is evil in the world, but I think that's just a steak restaurant.
Campbell Soup is in some hot water after the vice president of the whole company said the quiet part out loud.
We have poor people who buys our. I don't buy Campbell's products barely anymore. It's so healthy. Now that I know what the in it, even in a can of soup, I look at it. Look at me, bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer. You?
Now, this leaked audio recording was recorded in December of 2024 during a meeting, which surfaced publicly on November 22nd of 2025 via a lawsuit that was filed by a former employee of the company. Now, so far, as you can imagine, this recording has sparked widespread outrage across all over the place online because the guy was talking about our soup is for poor people, and then he was claiming the company was using bioengineered and fake meat that was produced via 3D printing, which is bananas. Now, Campbell has strongly denied these claims, claiming that they were, quote, patently absurd and inaccurate. And the Vice President, Martin Balley's been placed on administrative leave pending a internal investigation.
I think they need to internally investigate their chicken. I showed this in a previous video, so this is the update of what happened next. Of course, they denied the claims.
Look, dude, she couldn't find her way over there, so now she's over here. She's back in trying to find a way in the property. He's here? Look at that face. Oh my god. It's right there staring at me. Dude, how scary is that? Oh my god, dude.
Well, that was fake. He may need a few more acting lessons before his next video.
Dude, how scary is that?
Take 2, action.
These are Starholes from Poland. Why are they weird? Because they twist on the way in. This would be hard in wood, but these are in granite. And they're ancient. Now try searching this. Google's AI will beat you to the punch and say this is not evidence for advanced technology. That is dumb. Starholes are older than the Egyptians. The Egyptians used a blade that thick to cut granite. The mainstream explanation that nobody believes anymore is copper tubes and sand. As an engineer, that's a good idea. But we have this guy now. This is an ancient core of a tube drill. A drill leaves a spiral mark as it drills into the rock. That took 4 days, by the way. That method does not. The speed at which the ancient Egyptian drill went into the rock was faster than this drill right here.
I've never heard of Starholes, and my first instinct was that would take some type of advanced technology to create.
Just sit with that one for a second. Then some Russian dudes tried to prove that you could make hieroglyphs with flint and a hammer. Did a pretty good job. That took them 4 hours. Here's something to consider. This obelisk sits outside of Luxor Temple. It sits on top of a red quartzite base. See how deep those are? Red quartzite is harder than granite. They carved both those with a rock. I'm not kidding, that's the story. Back to Poland. The reason why I brought Egypt up is because in World War II, they discovered these passage mounds in Poland. After excavating them, they discovered that they have megalithic foundations. I have some theories on this. Most of them include using vibration, which is carved all over Egypt. I cover all this in excruciating detail in Unfiltered Egypt. I do not post those here due to the platform's limitations. To me, these are in the same category as the paper-thin vases that are extremely precise from Egypt as well.
There are so many mysteries in history, and some of the explanations we are given just don't seem to make sense, like, for example, how the pyramids were built. This is a long clip, we'll watch the rest soon, but my initial thought there is this is drones. I mean, drones can fly in formations like that and do have colors like that. That does not look like drones anymore. It looks like those plasmoid orbs that people have categorized. Do you think those are just drones, or is something going on and we are not being told exactly what? The problem is the camera pans away, then when it comes back the thing is gone, so we can't really ascertain what's happening at all. The Tommyknocker is a mythical subterranean gnome-like creature who warns miners of danger by knocking. He's probably knocking, wondering why these people are destroying his home. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the James Linker Experience. See you soon.